Republicans' agenda. Will it slow it down? Will it focus it more? That's an opportunity, too. Let's bring in the Fox News politics editor and editor of the Halftime Report, Chris Stirewalt. Chris, always great to see you. So on the positive side of this, I had New York Representative Lee Zeldin tell me right here on the set yesterday that this is a good thing that these indictments have come down, because now you can kind of focus in on other things and let this justice be done.
Well, right. We need a little time to chew on it. And I've read it all, pored over it, read the analysis. It takes us time to absorb, because remember, Team Mueller's been working on this for 5 months. They're moving pretty quickly, but where they are, we can only guess at where they're going to be. This will continue to be a distraction. It will continue to be a disruption for the administration itself. But I suppose you are right that for the Republicans in Congress, this can focus the thinking. There is real danger for the president potentially lurking out there in the shrubberies. So maybe you got to get going now on the agenda before it gets kablooied.
Is there really danger? I'm looking at some things here. There's The Atlantic wrote this article about why the president should worry less about Bob Mueller and more about Congress in terms of a flip in control to Democrats next year. And ultimately, when you've looked historically at other presidents who have had administration members or anybody even close to them looked at investigative style, it generally comes down to the party supporting that president. So you want to keep that bicameral majority.
Well, so Republicans, obviously, if they lose control of Congress, there's a very strong chance that Donald Trump will be impeached.
You think so?
If the Democrats got control of the House?
You don't think they'd focus on all the things that they say are important for the American people, like health care and getting that right? I mean, that's what the Democrats say.
These are politicians. When Republicans impeached Bill Clinton, I'm sure there were other things that the American people wish that they would have focused on, but they focused on satisfying a bloodthirsty base and impeaching the president, and I'm sure there would be many calls among Democrats to do the same. That's the real danger for Trump. Yes, that is true. But I would just say this. Mueller here is showing the danger for Trump is that he had what looks like a confidential informant working inside, working around the Trump organization, relying on those contacts. We don't know at all what is out there. This is not the beginning of the end. This is the end of the beginning, as David French said. We have no idea how this is going to play out. So maybe that does focus the attention of Republicans in Congress to say, we got to get stuff done for two reasons. One, because there could be a kablooey out there. But number two, because if they don't, it increases the Democrats' chances of winning in midterms next year and thereby puts everything at risk.
So you say it increases the chances. Why is that? Because when you look at other investigations that have gone on, they tend to take a long time, which is one of the reasons why you saw Representative DeSantis saying, can we focus all of these investigations in? And can we maybe shorten the timeline a little bit to keep them focused? It also spends less taxpayer money. I'm just throwing that in.
The only historical predicate that we have for this, the only analogy really that works, is the Whitewater investigation into Bill Clinton. And this is moving much quicker. Again, this is 5 months. We're not talking about years. We're already seeing charges filed. We're at 5 months. I think that Mueller knows that he is on the clock and he's got to go fast. And I have every expectation that this will continue to move at a much faster pace than similar investigations.
Real quickly before I let you go, and it's got to be fast. So I just said that Senator Lindsey Graham had talked about what would happen if you touch this investigation, specifically Robert Mueller. What you're hearing just in terms of what might happen?
Oh, if the president wants the Republicans to turn on him, the easiest, best course to being abandoned by his own party would be to lay a single hand or to lay a single finger on a single strand of Robert Mueller's hair. That would be the surest path to being stranded on a desert island for the president.
Yeah, there's no indication whatsoever of that. Lindsey Graham said, holy hell to pay if it were to happen for not a good reason. We want to complete the context on that. He said that there are some good reasons, but if it happened without them, that would be problematic. The Steyer is on fire all the time. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
You bet.
Sergeant Bo Bergdahl unexpectedly took the stand in his defense at the sentencing portion of his ongoing military trial, and he made an emotional statement. We'll have it next.